This is one iron ore block, and this is one of the biggest iron ore veins in all of Minecraft. And if you mine it with Fortune 3, it will give you approximately up to 60,000 iron ore ingots. But that's just one iron ore vein. I want to see how much iron there is in a whole Minecraft world. So to figure this out, I started a new world with my friends, got all the things together to mine out an entire chunk in survival Minecraft. So if you're also curious about how much iron there is in a Minecraft world, stick around to the end to find out. I'll race you. I bet I'll get the chest. Just don't punch me in the lava, please. There's no cube inventory.
Wow, I love the sound.
Man, there's just a few things in there. Check that out. The next step of this challenge was to get the starting things, you know, wood, stone, etc. Let's just start by getting stacked and then we'll go cut down a whole chunk. Oh, here, take this. Take this. I'm gonna give you this.
What? How'd you get that?
It was in the chest. Anyway, go get some stone while I get some wood.
I'm gonna might as well get a full stack.
Full stack of stone? Don't you think that's a little bit much?
Never be sure.
It's fair, I guess. Okay, my axe broke. So the game plan for this video is we're gonna go find a village so we can get geared up, you know, toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, all that kind of stuff. But before we do that, we've got all the starting stuff like iron, wood, stone, all that kind of stuff. And then we're gonna mine out a whole chunk.
I'm gonna live with the villagers.
Hey, yo, what?
Tell me to stop. I have 60%.
Stop when you have 32. Go into your inventory. Stop.
There you go.
Okay. At this point of time, we had everything that we needed except for one of the most important things, food. So then we found these melons.
Please edit that out.
After we had gotten all of the melons that we needed, we did a big circle all the way around the island that we spawned on. And after we made it to a beach, after we ran all the way through a jungle, I started having some technical difficulties, you could say.
We just had technical difficulties.
Yep, we sure did.
Sorry.
My Minecraft was lagging and it's
Minecraft was lagging.
still lagging.
Bamboo?
There you go.
Can you eat that? Creeper!
Trust.
Eat some melon.
Stand back.
Eat
Stand
some
back.
melon.
Watch out. Okay, we're good.
Eat some melon.
Bro, you're low. I'm just too good. Let's go.
Eat some melon.
Okay, it's not lagging. Hey, you ready? I got a boat. You with me?
Let's ride out of this pit.
Let's go. Off into the sunset. Bye.
Oh, I was so close.
Okay, be looking for a village or a shipwreck. One or the other.
Village!
Yes, finally. Bro, you know how long we've been searching?
Huzzah!
Like 5 seconds.
Huzzah!
At least I'm actually smart. Whoa, leave me alone. Set your spawn out of bed. Quick, set your spawn. Oh, there's a child. Set your spawn in the bed. Go, set your spawn in the bed. There's a creeper. I fell in a hole. Close the door. Close the door.
There's no bed in here.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Don't take my stuff. Oh no, it's gonna burn. Grab my stuff. Grab my stuff. Quick, why didn't you close the door? Why didn't you Jagger? No. Beast.
No! I'm all the way back here.
Beast.
I'm all the way back here. Are you? Why did you?
That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Hey, iron armor.
Are you? I'm just jumping into this.
No, don't jump in the. Okay, hang on. The chords are positive 110, positive 182.
I'm at 0.
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
And how is that gonna help?
Teleport me.
There are no cheats.
Enable cheat for like 1 second.
No, because then we can only have cheats on forever.
Are you joking?
We won't be able to earn achievements.
Like once I put the floaty on top of me and I couldn't get up and inhaled a bunch of water.
Because you don't know how to swim correctly, sir.
When there are creepers all around and one aggro to me, one's trying to kill me.
Don't stop running, whoa, whoa. I don't want to get demonetized. Hey, there's a creeper.
rip its skull.
Don't move. Stand back. Stand back. Don't punch him into me. I'm on half a heart right now. Do not touch me. Really, do not touch me. 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 No, do not touch me. Don't touch me.
I respawn point 6.
It's almost like you're trying to kill me.
I'm not.
Don't punch me. I have an iron sword.
This is not even what the whole thing was about. It was supposed to be like mining a whole chunk and like multiplying it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, no we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Slacking off.
I'm not slacking off. You're the one who died. Base of operations, here.
Yeah, the place of my death.
Listen. Don't. I have a water bucket. I was gonna say I'm gonna place a water bucket. Okay, come down. Jump down that hole. Good boy.
And unfortunately, my video is corrupted, so what I'm about to say is just filling you in on what you missed. So Jaggerbeast and I started breaking the chunk, and we got a pretty good ways along. But then he had to get off and go home. It was about 10 o'clock at night for me, but I had to keep on going. I couldn't just give up now.
Oh, this is getting annoying.
But then one of the most annoying things that could happen happened.
Oh my goodness, bro, why? The iron pickaxe is so slow.
It was at this point of time that I realized that if one, I'm gonna be by myself, and two, I'm gonna have iron tools, that this is gonna take too long. So instead of keep on going mining, I decided to make a decision that completely shifted this challenge.
That's it. I'm literally gonna go get some villagers.
That's right. If I were to get a Fletcher villager and a toolsmith villager, I would be able to acquire sticks from the jungle right across the island and then trade those for emeralds to the Fletcher and use those emeralds to get overpowered tools. So I went ahead and crafted myself an iron axe, and once I had done that, I was ready to go on another adventure. Before I went and got the saplings I would need to trade for sticks, I started training with the toolsmith until I did get a reliable pickaxe, which ended up bringing Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 3, which was really good. And then I went to get some lapis lazuli and some levels, that way I could enchant the axe I just made since I was going to be grinding out a lot of these trees. Went ahead and enchanted my boots since I figured I had enough levels, and I actually got really lucky getting 3 enchantments. And then I did my axe, which I only got Unbreaking, but that's fine. And then I crafted another axe to try to go for efficiency for some reason. I then, with my new axes, swam across the river to go to the part of the other island with jungle trees, where I ended up finding not just the trees, but in fact a jungle temple. So I did what only a true Minecrafter would do, especially if they're a vet. Absolutely failed to clutch, break through one of the side walls and go across the whole thing, break through the absolutely right spot to loot one of the chests instead of doing it the quote-unquote right way, go to the other chest, completely ignoring the traps, and take the little few things that might be useful later, including the horse armor, and then went back to go to cut down the tree. After I had gained my 4 jungle saplings that I needed for a big jungle tree, I went ahead and swam all the way back to my base. Oh, this is gonna take so long! Once I made it back to my base, I thanked the dolphins for their grace, took the jungle saplings and planted them immediately, bone mealed it into a tree, made some more sticks, and explained what I had done.
A little off-camera mining and villager trading, as you can tell. Got a really good pickaxe from the villagers and finished enchanting my armor, and then got a few villagers, and now it's time to get back to mining.
At this point of time, I had a good pickaxe. I was set to mine out this whole chunk by tonight.
It's like midnight for me right now. This is not fun! It seems a lot more doable now with a really good pickaxe, especially if I got beasts to get on here.
But oh, was I wrong. Everything got harder from there. My mindset, down the drain. My mentality, also gone. I was mentally and physically exhausted and done with it. I was going crazy to the point of mining blocks in particular fashions and patterns. That way I could keep my sanity and not fall asleep. I was really ready to give up. Everything was going wrong. I was tired, hungry, exhausted, and I had nobody to keep me stimulated. No friends, everybody was gone. But that's not who I am. I'm not the guy to give up. I'm not the one who's gonna stop just whenever things are getting hard. I kept on going and I pushed through, no matter the trials. And besides, this wasn't about me. It was about my viewers, my own community that surrounds me whenever I make content. This was for them, so that they could be able to enjoy something after a long, hard day. And after thinking about that, I knew that was all the inspiration I needed to keep on going. So I cranked up my Christian music and kept on grinding.
Bubbling inside of you, spilling over cause your life is full. How incredible.
then on day 15, something amazing happened.
And then on day 15, we hit a huge portion of iron veins, which is like really, really crazy. And I think I'm getting a little bit of a congestion, sinus congestion. So that's nice.
And then just 2 Minecraft days later, this happened.
Guys, I just hit deep slate, finally, the very first deep slate. All that I found all day, and I've been mining for so long, bro. It's day 17, and finally hit the first deep slate, bro.
But if you couldn't tell by my voice, I was still getting tired. No matter what I did to stay awake, I just could not keep my eyes open. Every now and then, I hit a nice little iron ore vein, which would give me a dopamine hit, but for the next few hours, it was much of the same. It'd be breaking blocks, re-gear, repeat, breaking blocks, re-gear, repeat, and it was so slow, but I came up with a plan. So I don't know how my brain thought of this at like 5 a.m. in the morning when I should be asleep, but I figured I'd go grab some moss and bone meal it and use that to break out the rest of the chunk. So after searching for a few minutes, I found a little crevice which I decided to go down, and it wasn't looking very promising. It was pretty dark and small and narrow, but I'm glad I did because I ended up finding this.
Oh my goodness. I forgot I was recording. I'm so glad I found that, bro. That's gonna make everything so much easier. Everything's gonna be so much easier now. Be able to break so many more blocks so much quicker.
So after I'd gotten about a stack of moss and snagged a cow, I was on my way home grabbing some food, got some bones from the chest once I had made it back to my base, went ahead and enchanted a hoe, that way I would be able to mine up the moss quicker, and I actually got lucky, a good enchantment. and then immediately started my master plan, which was this.
Here we go. Now we get to the fun part. This is gonna make everything so much easier, bro. So much easier. Especially if there are 2 people working at this. Oh man, that'll be so good.
For those of y'all who don't know, the way moss works is if you bone meal it, it'll break deep slate and stone, however, not the individual ores themselves. So, I was completely fine with using this. And so I mined, and mined, and mined, and then mined some more. But I began to get tired again. And after I had mined for so much, I mined my brains out, I was done. I even found a trial chamber in the chunk. I even found another amethyst geode in the trunk. I even got double teamed by some endermen, one of which broke my shield, and then as I was healing back up, the other one used crazy insane reach hacks to kill me. And after that, I knew I was done. I gathered my stuff, and it was with a heavy heart that I gave up. I was done for the night. So, guys, today is the final day. We have about 20 layers of blocks left. We're at -44, -45, somewhere around there. And my friend, the Bullet, he's actually decided to play with me today. So he's in the world finally. And yeah, we're just gonna get started. We're gonna grind this out. Okay, follow me. Over here is our amazingly artistic base, which is really well put together. All that kind of stuff, you know, the typical, right? But
excuse me, can I have what? What stuff can I have?
well,
I got
here,
food actually.
Take this, bro. Take that. And
what
that,
armor can I have?
and that.
So I went ahead and crafted the Bullet some iron armor and iron tools. And after that, I went ahead and enchanted him a hoe so we could both break the moss quicker. While I was doing that, he was turning that moss into bone meal. And after that, I showed him the chunk.
Oh my days!
I've done most of this by hand, bro, with a pickaxe.
Oh wait, is that a trial chamber down there?
Yes, it is.
Brother.
Okay, be careful as you're walking down. Don't fall.
Oh yeah,
bro.
totally.
How did you mess that up?
I literally gave you a water bucket, bro. I said, here, take this in case you fall. And then you mess up like that, bro.
Yeah, it's totally.
Not hard.
Totally, yeah, I'm going. Oh, hey, for my armor.
Safe to say, we're obviously locked in.
My God, I died too.
Okay, you did too. Okay, I'm going. Oh yeah, the water's there.
We're supposed to be making progress.
But after we died like 20 times, we finally locked in.
So I fell and I hit the water.
So while the Bullet got us more bone meal for the moss, I went ahead and mined out some more layers.
To get iron and diamonds and stuff to be set.
I want it that
way. Tell me why.
But then we really locked in. But then something amazing happened.
I hit bedrock.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Let's go, bro. Finally. We've been doing this for 30 Minecraft days, and we've only slept like 3 or 4 times total, which if you do the math, that adds up to about 600 minutes, I think. And then you do the math for how many hours, that's 10 hours, right?
Yeah. When you
Yeah,
said
right.
you stayed up till like 4, so there's that.
Yeah, I stayed up till 4 mining out this chunk.
With that, my brain was almost dead, but we were also almost finished. So we kept on going. We locked in, we mined the rest of the chunk and found a few more iron ingots. And before we knew it, we were done. So we got started with mining all the iron up.
What?
And after hour upon hour of dying, gathering resources, breaking blocks, enchanting or fixing tools, dying to even things such as fall damage because we were so bad to miss a clutch. After we mined up the iron half the time with the Fortune 1 pickaxe and the other half with the regular pickaxe, we came out with a total of 98 iron ingots. And then we give the evaluation to like determine how much per chunk in like a technical sense. So, for all you smart people who actually care about how we came about our answer of how much iron there is in Minecraft world, let's break it down. If you use Fortune 1 on a pickaxe, there is a 30% chance for an increase of up to 2 items per ore drop. If you use Fortune 2 on a pickaxe, there is still a 33% chance of increase for 2 or 3 ore drops to come from an original piece of an ore, averaging 75% higher than if you use no Fortune. But if you use Fortune 3, there's a 20% chance for it to drop 2 to 3 or even 4 more than average if you were using no Fortune, averaging 120% more than no Fortune. So when we mined out the chunk, we use without Fortune 50% of the time. The other half, we use Fortune 1. So if you do the math, we come out with a total of that chunk of 82 iron ore blocks if we were to not use any Fortune. Now, the average chunk height is 93 blocks, and therefore one chunk roughly is about 24,000 blocks, give or take, a couple thousand. And there are 14,062,500,000,000 chunks in the Minecraft world. So multiply that by how much iron we got in that one chunk, which was 82, and you end up with a total staggering 1.152 quadrillion iron ore ingots. However, that's just with no Fortune. What if I were to use Fortune 1, or Fortune 2, or Fortune 3? So I did the math for that as well. If you were to use Fortune 1, you would come out with an approximated 570,400,875,000 iron ore ingots. Now, if you were to use Fortune 2, you would come out with approximately 617,933,178,125,000 iron ore ingots. And now, if you were to use Fortune 3, big drum roll please, 507,023,000,000,000 iron ingots in a single Minecraft world. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing if you like my videos. Other than that, God loves you all and have a good day.